So as many of you remember, the first 8BitDo product I have was the FC30 Pro, which if I remember correctly was this little controller. It was nice. But then second product around that I ended up, I guess, buying was this speaker right here that's from 8BitDo. Now, originally I would say I think I owned one of these way back then, but who knows when the hell they came out. So, pretty nice little speaker for what it's worth. I think it was, what, 30 bucks? Yeah, it's pretty good for like a small little like office location, studio, whatever. Works nice. I wouldn't recommend it for parties, but I thought it would have been louder, but nah. So, with that speaker, eventually I decided to, you know, email them to give me some free stuff. Needless to say, it worked. Then a few weeks later, after, you know, talking about it and all that, they told me, you know what, alright, fine, we'll give you some products, just, I guess, use them to the full extent. And I ended up getting a lot of good stuff, like their NES Fight Stick, which, yeah, it came, it was pretty nice, but I ended up adding the restrictor plate to it, which I'll get into in a bit. One of these, I think if you remember in my other video, I talk about the Super Nintendo one with the analog sticks, how I didn't think it would have triggers. Well, they sent me one, and to my surprise, it does. It's even better than the FC30, which I will get into in a bit. This might be another 30-minute episode again, so who knows. And final product is this thing. Well, anyway, this thing, I'll get into it in a bit as soon as I talk to you about it, but this might make you want to get a Switch, or who knows. But we'll start off with the Fight Stick. So, to the table to review, just because there's more light. I'm recording this episode at night because that's the only time I get private. So at a really unsafe altitude and on a mount, I wouldn't even dare put anything else on it, but I'm doing it for this video purposes. So for instance, you guys remember that the FC30 Pro hooks up to your Switch. Well, it turns out almost all 8BitDo products, if anything, they all connect to the Switch, so we're gonna be using my Switch now. So here we go. Bringing up the arcade stick, which also works with, you know, your phone and all that stuff, which again, I still don't have a Mac, so I can't show you that. But I can still show it to you as, you know, a PC fight stick and one of these. So, much like, I think almost all 8BitDo products, whenever you're going to connect it to your Switch, it's always going to be the sync button or the power button and then Y, because that's how you do it. So to do that, change controllers and press and hold Y and start. You'll notice that the light will stay solid, let go, it'll blink, and then maybe it hooks up. So is it then and only then that it works? So why not? Let's try it with Street Fighter again, just because, you know, it's a fighting game, it's a fight stick, it's a match made in heaven. Now obviously I'm sorry, you can't see who I'm picking, well probably you can, but whatever. So, works perfect, as you can see, very responsive, and yeah. Only complaint I have is that, much like the actual fight stick I actually use, is that I feel like these buttons right here, these are their swap. So I thought you would think this would be L and this would be R, but no, they're swap, and then same for these down here. I'm in training, so I don't get my ass kicked and shit. But as you can see, can throw the mighty Hadoukens, like Ashen says, the mighty whatever the fuck he says, and yeah, it can be done. But like I mentioned, I changed out the plate, so instead of it being a square, it's an octagon, which I'll maybe borrow a friend's fight stick to see his comparison compared to this one. Not sure if I showed off my actual baby, my Mayflash fight stick, which is in my living space, whatever. that one I modded. That one has mechanical buttons, the whole JLS setup, which is great. Oh yeah, which the only thing that sucks is that, alright, you got your start, your A, B, X, Y, standard stuff, like I mentioned. These are swapped. Then these little switches right here, if you can see, I believe this is X input for, you know, if you want to use it as an Xbox controller for your PC, to register as one. Then down here is for direct input, which, not sure if it works on the Switch, but I think I messed with it at one point and it didn't work. This little switch right here goes from your stick to a D-pad mode, so you still can play Hyrule Warriors with it, which, believe me, it's a whole new experience with it. It actually feels pretty great. Then right here you have your turbo button, which, as you were about to see, so here's just punch, right? Then, but here's the stupid thing: instead of just pressing turbo and then the button, you actually have to press that said button and then hold the turbo button, and there you go. Now you're a turbo puncher. Which, as far as I know, if there's bullet hell games, you're gonna have a great time with this. So there's that. Then there's the pair button and a select button. I think to get to the home, it's down and start. No, it's not. Down and select. Pretty weird, but you get used to it. I know I fucking did this. If anything is, you might maybe I don't know, be impressed that I actually managed to beat Shantae with this fucking behemoth right here, and it works. It's actually a pretty good fight stick. So unless y'all guys want to see the other controller in action on the Switch, but you know what? Fuck it. It's my video. We're gonna go take it to the PC. Now the only weird thing is that, much like an 8BitDo, it's gonna come with the cable. This is a dual-sided, I guess, female USB. So one end will hook up to your PC's USB port, and the other end will hook up to where you're gonna charge it from. Pretty weird, but you know, it's actually pretty better. And it's a pretty thick-ass cable, so you're gonna get some length out of it. So setting this up, and I think for the first time, if I remember it, you're gonna need to update it too, because I'm not sure if now they're sending them back out with the updates already installed or anything, but I had to update mine just so it could work on the PC, because I think it registered it has a keyboard. So unless you have input mapper, then you're golden either way, but you're gonna want to get at least the firmware and shit. Let's test this thing. So if and when you do have it plugged in, obviously, you know, the battery levels is gonna be the same thing. If it's about to die, it's gonna turn red. If it's starting to die, it's gonna start blinking red. If it's charging, it's gonna be flashing green. If it's done charging, it's gonna just go back to flashing blue. But this time we have X input updated, up and running, as you can see. Stick. Now switch down that little switch I told you, and now it's your D-pad. Nice. And obviously, you know, your A, B, X, Y, L, left and right triggers, and left and right triggers. It all works. It all works. So without further ado, let's load up probably the most hyped up fucking thing out there in the world right now. Oh yeah.
Open the game.
A fucking JoJo game of all things.
Challenge one.
So again, bear with me, I'm doing this shit with one fucking hand. Let's pick Dio.
Make up mind. Fight.
So obviously it works. Activate your stand. If I can... There it goes. Yeah, it works surprisingly really well. Now, I don't play this shit online just because, god damn, I get fucking owned in 2 seconds. Then again, even with 2 hands, I still fucking suck. It's a good game. Another great game that I actually beat this game with the fight stick, which, oh my god, dude. It helps out a lot with the turbo functionality, but it just makes it even fucking harder because it's a big ass stick. Nothing too fancy, so let's just go to the tutorial mode. Blah, 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 blah. We got all the power up. Beat this game at 100%. Which, by the way, sure, whenever you do get the, I think it's called the Uber Scope. Oh, shit. Fuck out of here, Mike. So after motherfucking Mike gets out of the fucking way. Alright, so when you do get the Uber Scope, there's really no need, but you know what? This gets annoying, just pressing the fire button, so just be like me, a little bitch, and just turbo button that shit. Yeah! It helps out a lot, believe me. It helps out a lot. I know I show off a lot more of the PC, even though clearly it's easier to do it on the Switch. Maybe because, you know, I guess I have more games on here that make more use of it, or I tend to buy fight sticks for these games mainly. But yeah, another good game, the Arcade Chronicles. I think I mentioned it at one point. Can't fucking move. Oh yeah, because fucking Jordan key's still activated, so fuck this. I don't know. It works great. It's just, you know, only fucking thing is that I hate this right here. Joyta key, it's cancer. I have to do all these mappings just for it to work. And I can't close it out either. It just minimizes. So I guess, I don't know, back to the Switch. But a funny thing is that when you're going to unplug it, it's still going to stay on. So hold start for 7 seconds and you'll be fine. And it's off. So back on the Switch, oh yeah, one thing you're going to need to notice, you know how when you press and hold the home button, I think on the Pro Controller, and just on the Joy-Cons in general, it's going to turn the system back on. You cannot do that with these for obvious reasons, because when they go off, these go off too. So, reconnect. You don't have to do this. I just do it just to be reassured, like, just go get out of here. Obviously, press and hold start again, release. It'll hook up. It'll hook up. Yeah. So, obviously, we tried Street Fighter. Let's try... I would say let's try Shantae, but I don't know. It's been a while. Let's play Retro City Rampage. Why not? A really good GTA-like clone. Who knows? So yeah, and also I just noticed I'm running out of space. So I'm on. Well, whatever. I'm already here. Let's just skip all this shit. It's a good game. I would recommend anybody to try it out. I think it's on Steam, PS Vita, Switch. I think at one point it was even on mobile devices. Yeah, you get to play as Steve from Minecraft. I think, let me move this shitty tripod down so you can get a better angle. It's sort of better, I guess, but yeah. This game's great. So as you can see, works great. Only thing, like I told you, is that getting the L and R and then the right triggers mixed up is a real fucking pain in the ass. But other than that, you know, you can still do your standard stuff, jump on people, smack people, ground stomp them, pick them up, and get run over like I just fucking did. And jack some cars. This is a great game. Here's a prime example of sometimes it just might not even work with the game. Here's my all-time favorite game, Cave Story. For some reason, it just does not want to work. Even after, like, all the updates installed onto it. Look at this. Nothing. But, weird thing is, I can still activate the home button. Which is weird as shit. Makes no sense. Which sucks. Did I just get her to work? No, I didn't. Huh. Nope. here's the prime example. It's either gonna work or it's not gonna work at all. So this one and Payday are the only games that I know so far that just does not want to work with any of these external controllers. So bummer. Now let's move on to the other controller.